Hello there, Leo. How are you doing today? Welcome to your general reading. Now, these are timeless readings, so please trust that the universe has brought you here because there is something in today's card reading that is meant just for you. Whatever it is that may be weighing heavily in your heart or on your mind, trust that there is a message here just for you. Hopefully this gives you a chance for self-reflection, open up new ways of thinking about things, anything to help you out. All right, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. All right, here we go. Knight of Swords. So there's a part of you right now, Leo, that is really just thinking fast, moving fast. You may be feeling a little bit impatient, a lot of impulsive energy as well. So you want to take some bold actions, bold decisions. Be very careful with this energy, though, because this is kind of forceful, very assertive energy. So you want to make sure that you're thinking about things, planning things out before you act. It's just such fast moving, fast physical movement, fast ways of thinking and processing things. Make sure you've weighed out and thought about all of the consequences of your actions. Yeah, Tower. So Tower moments happen for us. So something here is going to, if it hasn't already, but something here has really shaken up your world and really kind of flipped it upside down. And the purpose of these Tower moments is to show us something different about ourselves. Remember that it's not about focusing on what has ended. It's about trusting that there are new beginnings. It's clearing out this old tower, clearing out the old to make room for something new. And there's usually always a lesson here for you to learn with the Tower moment, something that's made you even stronger and better. Now, as far as the Four of Pentacles here, you're thinking heavily about finances and stability. And if you're not here for that, you may be holding on to something a little bit too tight. Maybe a new, your ways of thinking, your beliefs, but also you may be holding on to money a little bit too tight too. Watch your spending. Right? Watch how you're handling your money too. Yeah, so this Tower moment here, whatever it is that's caused this shakeup in your life, has caused you to really grieve, obviously, right? It's a big change. Look at the picture. It seems kind of ominous, right? But if you think of things as, this is kind of like a choice. You have to think of things either half full or half empty, right? The glass is either half full or half empty. So in this situation here, the guy here is only focusing on the 3 cups that have spilled. The universe is presenting you this card so that it reminds you that there are other things in your life here that continue to remain standing. So instead of focusing on things that you cannot control about the past, it's about being in the present, letting go of the past that's already happened and you can't control, and focusing in on the present and what continues to remain in your life and being grateful for those things that are continuing to stand. Allow yourself time to emotionally heal. Once you do emotionally heal, when you come into the present and have dealt with the past, this is an opportunity here for wish fulfillment, for emotional healing. This will regain your hope, your faith, and allow you to really evolve and move forward. Yeah, look at that. Big grief, sadness. The thing here in this situation, again, not to be callous, but this is done. This is over with. Again, you cannot unspill. You cannot remove. You can't really undo what's already happened. This person is not there. It's over with, right? And so universe is saying, learn the lessons from the past. If you've been backstabbed, if you feel betrayed, that sort of thing, then it's something that you are going to obviously have to continue to deal with, but you need to also remember that it's time for you to focus on the present. Find the lessons behind everything that's happened in your past that's brought this great deal of despair. But learn from those lessons and take those lessons with you. King of Cups. This is beautiful, really, because the King of Cups here at the crown tells me that with all of this, once you've emotionally healed from these things here that's going on, what's going to happen is you will become the wiser person, because you're going to be very, very balanced between your head and your heart, or you're given that opportunity, right? Because now you've got so much more compassion because you've experienced pain and despair. Once you've emotionally healed, this is going to bring about an incredible amount of wisdom and compassion. The Chariot card here is about your will, your determination, and that momentum. This is you being on your way, moving forward. This is a card of victory as well. Whatever you do, don't give up. Allow yourself to really harness the power and the energy of the Chariot. Some of you may be moving or transitioning to something big, and don't let yourself stop, right? Don't get in your own way. Allow things to naturally happen. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. right? Trust your intuition. Things are not clear right now, especially when you're going through such a huge grieving process. Trust your gut, because if things aren't that illuminated for you right now, just listening to your intuition, connecting with the divine is enough to kind of move you, help you move along this path. The Three of Swords, again, lots of despair and grief here that's going on. So some of you, this is a very specific reading for some of you, but those of you who are going through this huge grieving process here of loss, know that there is what happens after this big storm, right? There's rainbows. So find the lesson. Always try to find the lesson. What can you learn from those situations that can make you be a better person, to spiritually evolve? It's not about focusing on the three swords and the heartache. It's about you finding the lesson so that you can evolve. The devil, yeah. So the devil presents itself here to remind you about shadow behavior and self-sabotage. So if you end up staying in this state of despair and grief, and you just stay down and refuse to go to the other side here, you see the yellow? That's sunlight, that's success, that's happiness, illumination. If you keep yourself in this state of sadness, grief, right, regret, pain, if you keep yourself in this state here, that's the devil. Right? That's you being connected to that shadow self. The devil card here presents itself to remind you about those things, and that you cannot evolve and move forward. Those things are only going to slow you down, this transformation, this movement. So allow yourself to deal with all of these things here, the pessimism, the sadness, the grief, perseverating and living in the past. Those things are all shadow behavior because they keep you from moving forward. That's self-sabotage, right? So once you deal with all of these things, these roadblocks, and you learn the lesson from the Three of Swords, this pain and grief and loss, you're going to have spiritual awakening. Once all is said and done, and you manage all of the self-sabotage and the shadow behavior, you're going to have spiritual awakening, and you will have new blessings, new beginnings, and wish fulfillment as well. So not all hope is lost. We don't want you to think that your hope is lost. Regain your hope here. There's a reason that that's in the very center of your reading here. All right, let's take a look. We've got take a leap of faith. So this is sort of like the Fool card here for me. So once you manage all of this, it's almost like this card is encompassing all of this, the negative cards. I guess you can call them negative. I don't believe in negative tarot cards. It's always a lesson. It's always about evolution. But I think that once you deal with everything that's going on, you're going to be able to take that leap of faith. Trust the universe, that the universe has something wonderful for you. Time to collaborate. Yeah, so don't let yourself be a hermit where you're just so far away and disconnected from people. Ask for help if you need it. If you need help here, say you are really being very challenged, getting really challenged by all of your grief, ask for help from others, right? Get some help. If you need counseling, if you need some mental health therapy or anything like that, ask for help. It's always available. All right, Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. What was I saying earlier, right? I kept saying about co-creating with Spirit. Here you go. There's the sign. Bottom of the deck, time to heal. So yeah, this is a very specific reading here, Leo. The Star card here is all about you being given the opportunity to heal. I really like that. That all of the combination of the cards. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. But yeah, let yourself co-create with Spirit and release all of this negativity here, the things that are really controlling you, the roadblocks that are present in your life right now. Once you release that, everything is available to you, wish fulfillment and new opportunities. All right, Leo, thank you so much for being here today. I love you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll talk soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.